fights with the railgun because his positioning is constantly so good. His opponent is, you know, finding it so hard to do any damage on him. Like really, if there was like a damage meter, it would look pretty bleak right now for Eric. And even there, he did do some nice damage, but a vertical flick down railgun will seal that one. And looks like potentially a kill here for Eric as he did some nice plasma gun work.
Yeah, but ID, yeah, almost getting out of that one. He's trying to figure out the best way to get away. Now, the nice thing about that, I was going to say, yeah, the nice thing about that is where he died, he basically forced Eric over to one side that would allow ID to spawn, you know, over near Mega, pick up LG, come back for the counter. So, yeah, very, very smart play. And, you know, to be honest, it is sort of this little bit of a cat playing with a mouse, I would say, at this point.
It is.
Because
I mean, he could use any weapon against his opponent because he just doesn't have, you know, the weapons to use. And, you know, and he allows, like, just like I think it was TMG said, like, he allows him to use railgun a lot. Like, he doesn't deny railgun fights. But I think it would be hard anyway, because Eric doesn't position himself in, ID doesn't position himself in many situations where a rocket launcher can be used on him. Like so many, look at how distant he is always, and just how he just takes one shot, positions, takes a second, repositions to a third area, you know, takes another shot and moves. It's like shoot, move, and there's no point where Eric can get close, can pin him, can hit a good rocket, or even follow up on it. And it really is, you know, just a really nice play from ID. But, you know, this would never work versus like a top player who could, you know, deny you any kind of railgun game. Because it would be quite easy to cut him out of the railgun because he's not been like having to chase weapon fights. But that's only because we haven't seen him need to. But you know, I'd be interested to know how well he can chase and aim. Because having movement, good movement, and capping flags is one thing. Having great movement and actually executing frags with it is a completely different story. That's like, you know, that's a very tough challenge. That's one of the hardest things to do in duels is to chase and kill. Even with sometimes more health and armor.
And just to call it out here, ID has managed to maintain a 60% railgun accuracy throughout the course of this thing. And he's gonna miss Mega. He overstepped, but he should get it pretty much for free because Eric is trying to run for his life. Yep, out of railgun ammo, but finally we do see red armor for the, I think maybe the first or second time given away to Eric, but at this point, like, Eric has nothing.
Through the LG area there as well from ID.
Yeah, Eric has nothing. There's nothing on the map for him to get, so he's got an LG and a rocket. But as you can see, ID just positioning himself so far away where both weapons are totally useless that Eric is forced to switch up to the machine gun. And even though, you know, yeah, ID did lose a lot of his armor there, you know, just rail versus MG. Eric's just in a bad way. Let's see if he can't quite get the final shots against ID to bring it a little bit closer. 15-2 was the final score. ID rocking and rolling through the first map. 9 impressives, 26% overall accuracy with a railgun, definitely as his best weapon.
Yeah, so I think that might have been Eric's map then. I'm not sure if it was. I hope it wasn't. I hope his map is something, yeah, like different. I'm not sure if this is his map. I really hope it is, because removing the railgun would be the first the first advantage you could, you know, get
step one
back, versus that's step one, remove railgun. Step two, train for 2 more years. Step 3, I don't know, but like it's gonna be just tough. Like even this game, you can't out LG him. I don't think the LG is strong enough. And you watch ID position himself to take so many fights with LG where he receives no damage center map. And if his opponent goes there, Eric, I reckon he's just gonna get destroyed. If ID gets control at the beginning, which I expect he might.
Right off the spawn, he goes for the rocket launcher, and it's going to drop in on red. Go take a look at Eric, who has gotten the mega health and his barrelasting his way to RL, and no LG.
No, he fell down.
No LG. No, he jumped down. That wasn't a fall.
No, man. I think he wanted to jump to yellow at some point.
Are we talking about ID or Eric? Because I switched over to watch Eric.
Eric.
Yeah.
Eric.
Okay. Okay, so I guess that was a
Well,
fall.
he's able to get both the yellows anyway.
Yeah. ID back in time for Mega. A little bit of damage. Actually, a nice rocket coming out from Eric. Has ID pinned and will pick up that initial frag.
That was some really nice play there from Eric, especially like to go aggressive with the LG and his strafe aiming, which is where you like retain the mouse movement center and just trying to aim with your strafe, so the mouse doesn't move, which means that your LG is like more accurate. Was really spot on to the dodging of ID, so his accuracy was huge then and did a lot of damage. But now put under pressure, don't know if he's going to get out the portal alive. He does, but ID should have. Oh, he went through the teleporter as well, so no one's really got an advantage here, apart from now ID for taking the Mega.
Yeah, and oh, nice cut off there. He was able to rocket jump and grab the yellow armor. Eric didn't even think it would be coming, and that's a clean kill for ID, and that just gave him pretty much control of this map. He also picks up the right armor. And you know, I'm kind of curious to see if we're going to see any sort of denial of LG, because you know, Eric has been very cautious about going to get it. And in fact, he doesn't have it right now. ID waiting on red. And he's actually a little bit off. Mega is up and taken.
Nice timing there from Eric. Going to take a bit of damage though as the rocket jumps away. ID shouldn't chase in this situation. He should really concentrate on the red, but he's not, and he's probably going to lose red. Yeah, so big losses on items from ID, but it doesn't actually matter as far as he's concerned, armor and health wise, because he still has a hefty armor stack of 200. But his opponent will have another chance to attack. Now, the LG was the weapon that got Eric the kill. We'll have to see if he's able to use that again well, as Mega and red will spawn at the same time. This could cause problems for both players.
Oh, knocked off of it. Just totally shot in the back of the ass there. ID not even aware it was happening. And Eric can't get around the corner though. The LG pushback was so strong. He wanted to exit through shotgun and was just shut down. Now ID should be able to pick up. Actually missed the shot there, but Eric is quite weak. ID is going to go pick up the red armor, spawning in about 2 seconds. And this time he's checking his ass. He doesn't want to get shot in the ass again. That didn't turn into a big mess.
A 42% LG now, and that fight where he pinned him, that was like an 80%. So great LG. I'm not sure why Eric switched weapon instead of going LG versus LG. I know LG versus LG normally goes to the guy that has the more health. Armor does play a factor, but when you're similarly on the armor, health comes huge. So here we see a fight, and this time Eric does get the Mega, but will die. And I'm not sure, again, if Eric didn't have any ammo for his LG, so I'm not sure if it was a problem with ammo management or he just switched to the wrong gun, but it cost him his life and now he's 2 frags down. So I'd be very interested to know where he's going to get the comeback from, because I think ID's finding a little bit of groove here on this map.
Oh, ID setting a trap, but it's actually Eric who gets the drop on ID and has him plus backing a little bit to the shards. And let's see, yeah, he's able to get center map and get red, and is not hit from above. And actually, he's gotten away pretty cleanly, so that's a nice play by Eric. Let's see if, oh, look at this aggression. He's pissed off that ID stole that Mega from him.
Wrong time.
Yeah.
Why go aggressive? Why go aggressive when you've only just won items, yeah, and there's 2 yellow armors available? Like, he went aggressive and got shut down so much that he's lost a yellow. Watch this, he'll lose a red now to ID, and then he won't be able to challenge for Mega. So he had ID so weak that he could have done so much, and I think like now he's just going to lose the map control. But I'm surprised that red armor's still up, and there comes a kill anyway. So look, ID gets the map. Really bad time to attack there from Eric earlier. He should have just exited high, gone to top, find out where his opponent was going to, which yellow, take the other, set a trap before red, and then just try and claim red and Mega. But right now, Eric's gonna really struggle to get these 3 frags back, because ID should be very stacked.
He is able to get a nice little rocket shot boost as he goes up the grenade launcher platform, but it's answered so quickly by ID. Eric can't figure out where the hell to go, just barely dodging a rocket that would have put him down for the 5th time. ID, though, should be able to do this with LG. He's so weak, and dropping on this Mega is suicide, and in fact, he does suicide. So thanks for proving my point. 4-0, ID now basically gonna... Oh, and he saw Eric drop, so he knows he's down here. It looks like maybe he doubled back. So, yeah, ID